Hello, students. This is Purushottam Vishwakarma, your English teacher, and today our topic is My Childhood. This is part 1 in this chapter. I'll provide you two parts of this chapter. In the first part that we are going to discuss today, it will be introduction about the author and line by line explanation up to paragraph 5. So let's begin the session. This is about our former president APJ Abdul Kalam. You can see in the picture of his childhood. About the author, the very first thing we must know about the author, full name Abul Pakir Jainulabdin Abdul Kalam, APJ Abul Pakir Jainulabdin, born on 15 October 1931 and died on 27 July 2015, was an Indian aerospace scientist and a politician who served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. He served as Indian President from 2002 to 2007. He was born and raised in Rameswaram, where in Tamil Nadu, and studied physics and aerospace engineering. He spent the next 4 decades, अगले 4 दशक, he spent next 4 decades as a scientist and science administrator, mainly at the Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO. What is the full form of DRDO? Defense Research and Development Organization. And Indian Space Research Organization as well. ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, and was intimately involved in India's civilian space program and military missile development efforts. He thus came to be known as the Missile Man of India. The pseudonym is given Missile Man of India for his work at for his work on the development of for his work on the development of ballistic missiles and launch vehicle technology. He also played a crucial organizational, technical, and political role in India's Pokhran 2 nuclear test in 1998, the first since the original nuclear test by India in 1974. So there were two tests, one in 1974, another in 1998. Now, introduction of the chapter. What is the chapter about? Abdul Kalam's biography is titled Wings of Fire. This is an excerpt from the autobiography of APJ Abdul Kalam, Wings of Fire. And the chapter My Childhood talks about the childhood of APJ Abdul Kalam. So, what are we going to study in this chapter? The childhood of APJ Abdul Kalam. He was the president of India and a great scientist too. वो इंडिया के प्रेसिडेंट थे, एक बहुत बड़े साइंटिस्ट भी थे. APJ talks about his upbringing. In this chapter, he talks about his upbringing, कैसे वो बड़े हुए, about his parents and siblings, भाई बहनों के बारे में, अपने जीजा जी के बारे में. He tells us about his friends and all those, अपने दोस्तों के बारे में, and all those influenced his childhood, जिन्होंने भी उनके चाइल्डहुड को इन्फ्लुएंस किया, we'll study in this chapter. Before you read from your textbook, can you think of any scientist who have also been statesmen? अब किसी ऐसे साइंटिस्ट का नाम बताइए जो पॉलिटिशियन भी रह चुके हों, स्टेट्समैन, पॉलिटिशियन. Yes, we have names: Albert Einstein, APJ Abdul Kalam. APJ Abdul Kalam, whose projects in space, defense, and nuclear technology guided India into the 21st century, became our 11th president when in 2002. So APJ Abdul Kalam became our 11th president in the year 2002. In his autobiography, as we have discussed earlier, in his autobiography, what is the name of autobiography? Wings of Fire. He speaks of his childhood. So let's see line by line explanation. I was born into a middle class family in the island town of Rameswaram. He tells us that he was born in a middle class family. वो कैसी फैमिली में पैदा हुए थे? मिडिल क्लास फैमिली में. कहाँ? तमिलनाडु में. In the island town of Rameswaram. Rameswaram के island town, a place that is surrounded by water. In the erstwhile Madras. Formerly it was known as Madras state. Now Tamil Nadu. So it was earlier known as Madras state. Nowadays it is also known as Chennai. My father Janulabdin, he tells us about his father. What is the name of his father? Janulabdin had neither much formal education. बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़े लिखे नहीं थे उनके पिता. Much wealth, बहुत ज़्यादा धनी भी नहीं थे. Despite these disadvantages, although these were disadvantages, he possessed great innate wisdom, inborn quality, and true generosity. वो बहुत उदार थे. Generous person of spirit. He had an ideal helpmate in my mother. Now he tells us about his mother. माता कैसी थी उनकी? उनके पिता को एक आइडियल हेल्पमेट मिली थी. Into his mother. What was her name? Asiyamma. I do not recall the exact number of people she fed every day. He tells us that he doesn't remember how many people were fed by her every day. उनकी माँ कितने लोगों को रोज खाना बना के खिलाती थी ये उनको याद नहीं था. But I am quite certain that far more outsiders ate with us than all the members of our own family put together. लेकिन उनको इतना तो याद था कि घर में जितने लोग थे उनसे कहीं ज्यादा बाहरी लोग उनके घर पे खाना खाते थे. Paragraph second. I was one of many children, a short boy with rather undistinguished looks. वो अपने परिवार में कई बच्चों में से एक नाटे कद के बच्चे थे. शॉर्ट बॉय विद रेदर अनडिस्टिंग्विश्ड. कुछ खास नहीं, उनका चेहरा मोहरा कुछ खास नहीं था. अनडिस्टिंग्विश्ड, नॉट स्पेशल. Born to tall and handsome parents, although his parents were tall and handsome, but he was short and common. We lived in our ancestral house. He tells us that they lived in their ancestral house, in their old house that was built in the middle of 19th century, around 1850s. It was a fairly large pakka house made of limestone and brick. चूने से बना हुआ, ईंट से बना हुआ. Where? On the Mask Street in Rameswaram. And where was the house situated? On the Mask Street in Rameswaram. My austere father used to avoid all inessential comforts and luxuries. इनके पिता की खास बात क्या थी? वो बहुत ही सिंपल थे, स्ट्रिक्ट थे और सीवियर थे. He did not like any inessential comforts and luxuries. So only necessities were present in the house, not the luxuries. However, all necessities were provided for in terms of food, medicine, and cloth. These things were available. In fact, I would say mine was a very secure childhood. He says that his childhood was a secure childhood. he had all those facilities required in his childhood, both materially, the materialistic things he required, and emotionally. In his family, he had emotions from his father, from his mother, and other family members. तो उनका परिवार भरा पूरा था, उनको किसी चीज की कमी नहीं थी. Para 3. The Second World War broke out in 1939. If you remember, there are two world wars we know very well. One from 1914 to 1918, another 1939 to 1945. He is talking about the Second World War, 1939 to 1945, when he was 8 years old. The Second World War broke out in 1939 when I was 8 years old. How old he was? 8 years old. For reasons I have never been able to understand, a sudden demand for tamarind seeds, इमली के बीजों की डिमांड बढ़ गई. The seeds of tamarind were in great demand, erupted. There was a surge, there was a great demand in the market. For what? For the tamarind seeds. I used to collect the seeds and sell them to a provision shop. So, what was his business? He used to collect seeds, tamarind seeds, and sell them to a provision shop on Mask Street. A day's collection would fetch me the princely sum of 1 anna. और एक दिन की मेहनत उनको कितने पैसे देती थी? 1 anna, 6.25 पैसे. He got 6.25 paise. And even after that, he was very happy. It was a princely sum, a great amount for him. My brother in law Jalaluddin would tell me stories about the war, which I would later attempt to trace in the headlines in Deen Money. His brother in law, उनके जीजा जी, इनकी शादी किससे हुई थी? उनकी बड़ी बहन जोहरा से. His brother-in-law Jalaluddin would tell him stories about the war. War की कहानियां बताते थे, which I would later attempt to trace in the headlines of Deen Money. तो वो अखबार में वो खोजते थे. Our area being isolated. His area was isolated, all alone. वो कटा हुआ था बाकी दुनिया से. Because of island, being isolated, all alone, was completely unaffected by the war. So this place was completely unaffected. There was no effect of war. But soon India was forced to join Allied forces. After some time, India was forced because we were colony of British. So India was forced to join the Allied forces. Which countries were there in Allied forces? UK, United Kingdom, USA, Russia. And India was forced to join allied forces UK, USA, and Russia. And something like a state of emergency was declared. आपातकाल की घोषणा कर दी गई. Something like a state of emergency. The first casualty came in the form of suspension of the train halt at Rameswaram station. पहला जो आपातकाल की घोषणा के बाद पहली कैजुअलिटी हुई वो क्या थी? रामेश्वरम स्टेशन पे अब कोई ट्रेन नहीं रुकेगी. It was declared that there would be no halt at Rameshwaram station. The newspaper now had to be bundled and thrown out from the moving train on the Rameshwaram road. So for getting newspapers, the newspapers now had to be bundled and thrown out from the moving train on the Rameshwaram road between Rameswaram and Dhanuskodi. तो जो न्यूज़पेपर था वो ट्रेन पर से, चलती ट्रेन पर से फेंका जाता था। दैट फोर्स्ड माई कजिन शमसुद्दीन। अब शमसुद्दीन जो इनके कजिन थे, उनको एक लड़के की जरूरत थी। दैट फोर्स्ड माई कजिन हु डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड न्यूज पेपर्स इन रामेश्वरम टू लुक फॉर अ हेल्पिंग हैंड। उनको एक लड़के की जरूरत थी जो उनकी मदद कर सके। टू कैच द बंडल्स एंड एज इफ नेचुरली आई filled the slot, and it seemed that I was suitable for the job. I filled the slot. शमसुद्दीन हेल्प मी ऑन माई फर्स्ट वेजेस। और ये शमसुद्दीन भाई की वजह से, शमसुद्दीन हेल्प मी ऑन माई फर्स्ट वेजेस, पहली तनख्वाह मिली उनको, फर्स्ट वेज, पहली मजदूरी। हाफ अ सेंचुरी लेटर आई कैन स्टिल फील द सर्ज ऑफ प्राइड इन अर्निंग माई ओन मनी फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम। ही रिमेंबर्स even after 50 years, half a century later, he remembers that earning of money for the first time. It gave him pride. ये उनके लिए गर्व की बात थी। Every child is born with some inherited characteristics into a specific socio-economic and emotional environment and trained in certain ways by figures of authority. So, what is the message that APJ Abdul Kalam wants us to convey? Every child is born with some special characteristics that is inherited by him, अपने forefather से, अपने parents से, into a specific socio-economic, and he is brought up into socio-economic and emotional environment and trained in certain ways by figures of authority. और उसका पालन पोषण विशेष तौर तरीकों से होता उस विशेष कम्युनिटी में। He was not different. He was brought up in the same way. He had to go through the same beliefs, same environment. I inherited honesty and self-discipline from my father. अब इन्होंने अपने फादर से क्या क्या चीजें अडॉप्ट की? He inherited honesty and self-discipline. From whom? From his father. From my mother, I inherited faith in goodness. And from his mother, he inherited faith in goodness. अच्छाई में विश्वास रखो, हमेशा अच्छे काम करो. And deep kindness. And so did my three brothers and sister. And so did my three brothers and sister. इनके अलावा इनके 3 भाई और एक बहन थी. सबने ऐसे ही एट्रीब्यूट्स, ट्रेट्स अडॉप्ट किए अपने पेरेंट्स से. I had 3 close friends in my childhood. Now he tells us about his friends. He had 3 close friends in his childhood. Ramanatha Sastri. One was Ramanatha Sastri. Second, Arvindan. And third one, Siva Prakasan. So there were 3: Ramanatha Sastri, Arvindan, and Siva Prakasan. All these boys were from Orthodox Hindu Brahmin family. If you remember, APJ Abdul Kalam was a Muslim. He belonged to Islam community, whereas all his friends were from Orthodox, conservative Hindu Brahmin families. As children, none of us ever felt any difference amongst ourselves because of our religious differences and upbringing. While he was a child, he did not experience any difference. He did not feel any difference among themselves, among those friends, that he was from Muslim community and all other were from Hindu community. He did not notice it, the differences in bringing up, पालन पोषण में किस तरह का अंतर था, खान पान में क्या अंतर था. In fact, Ramnatha Sastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Sastri. असल में जो रमनदा शास्त्री था, उनका फ्रेंड, was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Sastri. अब ये कौन थे? The high priest of Rameswaram temple. ये रामेश्वरम टेम्पल के एक बड़े पुजारी थे. He was the high priest of Rameswaram temple. Later he took over the priesthood of the Rameswaram temple from his father. बाद में उसने जो बिजनेस अडॉप्ट किया, किसने? रमनदा शास्त्री ने. He took over the priesthood. अब बन गया वो रामेश्वरम टेम्पल का पुजारी. So what was the business of Ramanada Shastri? He became the priest of Rameswaram temple. You have to remember all these facts. Arvindan went into business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrims, while Arvindan, the second best friend of APJ Abdul Kalam, went into business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrims. जो तीर्थ यात्री रामेश्वरम आते थे उनके लिए वो ट्रांसपोर्ट का अरेंज करता था, उनके आने जाने का प्रबंध करता था और उससे कुछ उसको पैसे मिलते थे. एंड शिव प्रकाशन द थर्ड वन became a catering contractor for the southern railway. उस साउदर्न रेलवे में कैटरिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्टर बन गया जो खाना बनाने और पहुंचाने का काम रेलवे में करते थे. So in this way we notice Ramanada Shastri became a priest, Arvindam became a businessman arranging transport for visiting pilgrims, whereas Shiv Prakashan adopted a business of catering contractor. Where? In southern railways. Now in the picture you can see this is the celebration of Rama Kalyanam, annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam. During the annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam ceremony, what is Kalyanam? Kalyanam means marriage. In South, Kalyanam means marriage. During the annual Sri Sita Rama Kalyanam, सीता और राम का विवाह रामेश्वरम में आज भी मनाया जाता है. Our family used to, तो इनकी फैमिली का काम क्या था? Our family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site. तो इनकी फैमिली के मेंबर्स क्या करते थे? एक बोट अरेंज करते थे जिसमें आइडोल्स रखे जाते थे. राम और सीता के आइडोल्स, मूर्तियां रखी जाती थी. कहां से? फ्रॉम द टेम्पल टू द मैरिज साइट, शादी वाली जगह तक. सिचुएटेड इन द मिडिल ऑफ द पॉन्ड कॉल्ड राम तीर्थ. और ये जगह का नाम क्या था? राम तीर्थ, जहां पे मूर्तियां लेके जाई जाती थी. दैट प्लेस वॉज नोन एज राम तीर्थ एंड दैट वॉज इन द मिडिल ऑफ द पॉन्ड विच वॉज नियर आवर हाउस, जो इनके घर के पास में ही था. Events from the Ramayana and from the life of the prophet were the bedtime stories my mother and grandmother would tell the children in our family. अब इनके फैमिली में, इनकी फैमिली के लोग, इनकी माँ, इनकी दादी रामायणा और प्रोफेट के बारे में, लाइफ ऑफ द प्रोफेट, were the bedtime stories from mother and grandmother would tell the children in our family. प्रोफेट मोहम्मद साहब के बारे में, रामायण के बारे में इनकी दादी ये सुनाई करती थी कहानियां. इनकी मम्मी इनको कहानियां सुनाई करती थी, बेड टाइम स्टोरीज, सोने से पहले. दैट्स ऑल इन दिस वीडियो. रिमेनिंग इन नेक्स्ट वीडियो, that is part 2.